Imagine a world where getting your driving license didn't involve bribing an official, where public money didn't disappear into someone's offshore account, where power served the people, not the few. Corruption is not just a buzzword thrown around by angry citizens, it's a wicked problem, deeply embedded in our societal structures. And like all wicked problems, it resists simple fixes. But what if we stopped looking at it as a moral failing, and started seeing it as a systems design flaw? Welcome to Service Design for Humanity, where we rethink the very structures that shape our societies. All around the world, corrupt government systems are thriving. The consequences? The rise of oligarchs, elite capture of public resources, diminished trust in institutions, and everyday people paying the price. Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index, or CPI, provides a sobering perspective each year. Despite the metrics, formulas, and deep research, one truth remains: no country is immune. But why is that? Because corruption is a systemic issue. When systems are built with power concentrated in a few hands and accountability is a paper-thin afterthought, corruption grows like a weed in concrete. The worst part? These systems have inbuilt loopholes, often designed deliberately, or left untouched, by those benefiting from them. Governments, businesses, and oligarchs often collude within these structural gaps. They thrive in opacity. When caught, they manipulate the same system to evade consequences. This isn't just about money. It's about how corruption undermines trust, opportunity, and fairness at every level. From licensing offices to courtrooms, these systemic flaws affect everything. Throughout history, we hear grand tales of fallen empires, but beyond the drama lies a pattern. Corruption leads to collapse. When systems no longer work for the governed, when corruption becomes the norm, people eventually rise to dismantle it. Revolutions, civil wars, even economic collapse often have corruption as a root cause. Yet, we don't seem to learn. Partly because there are entrenched interests maintaining the status quo, but also because our solutions aren't systemic. We try to treat symptoms rather than redesigning the underlying architecture. Zoom out and you see neat organograms, ministries, departments, hierarchies. Zoom in and it's chaos, opaque processes, fragmented information, personal power networks. For example, some countries have over 1,500 government departments, each with their own rules, redundancies, and opaque pathways. Despite global resources sufficient to ensure basic human needs for all, bad governance continues to widen the gap between resources and those who need them. This is why we must start addressing corruption as a systems problem, a challenge that requires systems thinking and service design interventions. Let's begin with a microcosm document verification in a government office. In many places, verifying a document involves in-person visits, bribes, and lengthy delays. What if we restructured this? Using remote platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Google Meet, verification can happen via secure digital meetings. The interaction is recorded and time-stamped. There is zero physical contact, eliminating on-the-spot bribery. Citizens save time and money, governments reduce operational overhead. This redesign streamlines bureaucracy and limits corruption. Such remote systems can be supported by blockchain-based documentation tracking, digital IDs with audit trails, centralized verification systems that track application life cycles. Let's say a verification process has 10 steps. Why? Using service design tools like touchpoint mapping and SCAMPER, substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, reverse, we can eliminate unnecessary approvals, automate repetitive data entry, and combine steps like form submission and fee payment. For instance, Step 3, manual stamp approval, and Step 4, clerk validation, could be merged via automated digital signatures. Step 7, fee payment at the counter could be replaced with a secure payment gateway linked to citizen ID. Touchpoint redistribution means fewer opportunities for corrupt interference. Estonia offers a model with its X-Road platform, enabling digital governance with minimal bureaucracy. Citizens rarely need to visit government offices. India's Aadhaar-linked direct benefit transfer system has reduced ghost beneficiaries by 45%, reducing leakage in welfare schemes. In Rwanda, digitization of land registry systems led to a significant drop in bribery related to land disputes. Academic researchers like Donella Meadows and Eleanor Ostrom emphasize that systems reform must begin with transparency, participation, and feedback loops. That's where service designers come in. Service design and systems thinking are not widely used in policymaking, but they offer the right lenses. Why? Because they map user journeys and identify pain points. Facilitate co-creation with stakeholders to design solutions. Use prototyping to test interventions in real-world conditions. Focus on touchpoint orchestration to reduce redundancies and bottlenecks. Through methods like stakeholder ecosystem mapping, service blueprints, behavioral design nudges, governments can root out corruption not by punishing individuals, but by removing the spaces where corruption can exist. Corruption is a human-made problem, and like all human-made problems, it can be unmade. But that will take more than good intentions. It demands design, research, iteration, and inclusive implementation. As service designers, researchers, and citizens, we must advocate for systemic change that serves everyone. So, can systems redesign reduce corruption? Absolutely, if we choose to rethink, redesign, and rebuild. Subscribe to Service Design for Humanity for more explorations of wicked problems in our world. Let's co-design better futures, together. Like, comment, and subscribe. Reach out for collaborations or research exchanges. And share your thoughts in the comments. What broken systems have you seen?